How's it going, everybody? Dave here. I'm going to be showing you guys today what the max traders look like. I just hit level 40 the other day. I just said I'd make a video on it. I am also going to go over some of the trader balances, and towards the end of the video I'm going to talk about the ammo table. I just had a look at it today and I have picked my own favorite ammos that I'm going to be using for most of the patch. I've had a look at the numbers, so I will let you guys know my opinions on those later on in the video. So let's crack on. Level 1 Prapor, nothing really new here. Level 2 Prapor, we have access to smoke grenades and Zarya stun grenades. Everything else here is more or less the same. Moving on to level 3. We now have the SR1MP, which is available for trade for 3 gunpowders. The magazines for the SR1MP have also been moved to level 3 Prapor. So SP13 rounds are still the rounds you're going to want to use in the SR1MP if you're a fan of that pistol, which is unlocked at level 4. Then at level 4 Prapor, the 30 round ASVAL VSS mags have been changed from 5 yellow handle pliers to 3 yellow handle pliers. And we also have access to the APB suppressor now, which is a nice addition. Everything else here is pretty much the same. Moving on to Therapist, level 1, nothing new here. Level 2, we now have a documents case trade that we can trade for 1 cat statue, 1 lion statue, and 5 horse figurines. This is going to be nice for early game. You can get these items relatively easily at the start of a patch. So day or two, you'll have a docs case. You'll be able to put all your keys inside in it, you know, keep your stash nice and clean, keep all your keys nice and organized. So that's a really nice implementation. I really like that one. Level 3, nothing new here. Level 4, nothing new here either. Fence, same as always. Level 1 skier, we now have access to dust covers there. I believe that's new. Then the wooden VPO handguard, I believe that's all new. It's not going to really be too relevant, but it's nice to have the option, you know, of knowing that they're there. Then moving on to level 2 skier, we have the Hollow Sun Reflex sight. A lot of people really like this sight. I'm not a huge fan of it myself, but there it is at level 2. We also have the Zenith PT1 Classic stock, along with the PT Lock. This is another new stock that you guys can test out, see what you think of it. On top of that, these Saiga 10 round mags have been changed from 1 gold chain to 17 euros, making them a lot more affordable. So we're going to see a lot more people running around with meme Saigas with 10 round mags in them and suppressors and 20 lasers and all that good stuff. So that's a nice change. I felt like 1 gold chain was a ridiculous price to pay for a 10 round Saiga magazine, honestly. Moving on to rank 3, we have the Fab Defense UAS stock for the AK. So we got another new stock for the AK. Always nice to see more variance in how we can modify our weapons. Patch to patch. Level 4 skier, nothing really new here at all, I don't think. Nope. All right, moving on to Peacekeeper. Level 1, we have the suppressed MP5. This is back again. This is only a recent change now for $551, which is nice. Aimpoint Micro T1 reflex sight. Not sure if that's new. Maybe that's the same one we had last patch. I never used to use it though, but I just noticed it there earlier. So that's there, if you are a fan of that sight. Level 2 Peacekeeper, the 20 round FAL mags are there, even though you don't get access to the gun until level 4, but it's there for you nonetheless. The 6-hour Romeo 4 reflex sight along with its mount is now there at level 2, so that's a new reflex sight we have access to. Moving on to level 3, we have the EMOD stock. Everything else here is more or less the same, except the M1A is now a little bit more expensive due to the trader rebalancings. Anything else here I might be skimming by? Nope, that seems like everything. Then moving on to level 4, the only notable changes here are the Zukov S stock for the AK, which is the new best stock for the AK as far as I know. And then the SA58. So you get that at level 4 Peacekeeper. The RSAS, if you guys don't have access to it right now, the reason for that is because it's locked behind a task. You need to get all your Peacekeeper tasks done. Most of them anyway. I believe it's the second to last task. You gain access to this again at level 4. All right, so moving on to the mechanic. At level 1, we now have gas tubes available at level 1, along with the upper receiver for the MPX. They also added this in as well. Sets of tools can now be traded for pliers, screwdriver, a wrench, and some tape. So that'll be nice for that one task where we need the tool sets for. If you don't find them out in the wild, you can at least trade for them from a mechanic. Also, the Vulcan Night Scope has been changed to 1 drill and 1 G-phone, making it a lot more affordable than the Bitcoin trade that it was there for before. We've also got the Armor Sight Universal Base. This is just another sight mount. I believe it's new. The Wi-Fi camera for mechanics tasks. is new. And then the Surefire XC1 tactical flashlight, that is a new tactical flashlight as well. Moving on to level 2. This is a nice implementation here. I like seeing this, considering I suggested it. It's nice to see it being implemented. We now have the SGA M870 stock for 3 AAA batteries and 1 D battery. So that will help you complete your shotgun task for Ragman. I believe it's part 7 for the M870. We also have access to the Burris Full Field TAC 30 1:4x24 rifle scope, which is a new medium high power scope. I haven't used this one yet, so I'm not really sure what it's like. We also have access to the 165mm 9x19 barrel for the MPX SD. So if you're one of those people who likes to build their guns, again, you can build it up from the ground up using these parts here. This is the new Tapco Infantry stock for the SKS. So it's that black SKS stock that you can put the grip on it and the laser sight and your scopes and all that good stuff. Really nice. It's nice to see a little bit of variation to a classic gun like the SKS, where it's been basically the exact same loadout for, you know, the last however many patches. So it's nice to see the SKS getting a bit of love. It's a really good gun with that stock. And then down here, of course, you can buy it. This does come without the dovetail. You will need to swap it out with an OP SKS body or barrel to be able to put the dovetail on it. So that's the only snag on that, because you can't put the dovetail on it immediately for those people who like to use the PSO scope. Everything else here is more or less the same. Moving on to level 3, G18C is the most obvious new addition here, which is the fully automatic Glock. It shoots at like 1300 rounds, 1200 rounds per minute. This thing is insanely fun. If you haven't tried it out yet, I suggest as soon as you can get your hands on it to give it a go. We got the F93 Pro stock, my new favorite scope in the game, the EOTech Voodoo 1:6x rifle scope. This thing is incredible. If you haven't tried it out yet, I definitely suggest you give it a go. It's one of the best scopes in the game as far as I'm concerned. We also have a rubber grip with finger grooves for the P226, and then we have the Magpul MOE pistol grip for the AK. And the Annihilator compensator for 9mm and for AR-15, so that's pretty cool. Haven't tried it out just yet, but I'll give it a go one of these days. We also have the CLEH tactical flashlight. That's another new addition, along with the Vortex DC 762x51 muzzle brake and compensator for the M14. So it's nice to see, you know, new additions. I also have the Leo stock adapter for the M870 at level 3. Moving on to level 4 mechanic. Nothing really new of note here besides these 2 hand guards, one for the AK, one for the M4, along with all of the guides that you require to put all your flashlights and, you know, grips and stuff onto. We also have the Vulcan night scope here for 56k, the SE5 express grip, another new grip being added to the game, and a new 30mm ring mount for your scopes. And then we have this new Silencer Co. Salvo 12 sound suppressor, along with the thread adapter. So that is for your Saigas. Yeah, Saiga 12 shotguns. Oh, it goes on Vepers too. Oh, I may need to give that a try. Or does it? Let me see. 12 gauge shotguns and carbines, Saiga, Vepers, and others. Ah, well, there you go. So yeah, that is all the new stuff at mechanic level 4. Moving on to Ragman at level 1. Nothing new here except the armbands, which were introduced this patch. Moving on to level 2, we have access to the LZSH light helmet, which is a new class 3 helmet, along with the Black Hawk commando chest harness, which is similar in size to a plate carrier. It's just a really nice cheap option for just carrying around a bunch of mags with you. We also have the Kiver face shield, and then other than that, nothing really new there. Moving on to level 3, new additions here are the GSSH01 active headsets, which are basically the same as Swordens, except they're cheaper. And we also have the Highcom Striker ACHHC III black helmet in black and olive. So this is a new class 4 armor. Haven't tested this out yet myself, but I will give it a go in the coming weeks. We also have access to the Karasa armor, which is a new class 3 armor that has 70 hit points. And the new toys we get to play with are the IOTV Gen 4 armors. One set protects your crotch, your chest, and your stomach. One protects both your arms, your chest, and your stomach. So choose which area is more valuable to you. Moving on then, we have the new level 4 plate carrier, which can be traded for 3 of those gas masks, 2 3Ms, and a regular mask that you can find on scavs fairly often. The bloodied kind of lava lampish looking mask. So if you find those, make sure to hold on to them, because once you get to level 3 Ragman, you'll be able to trade for those. And moving on to level 4 Ragman. Nothing really new of note here. Still the same 6 level 20 dog tags for the face shield for the Alton. We have these light armored shattered masks. These are like this one's level 1 armor, this one's level 0 armor, but they both have 100 hit points. They're not going to really save you from anything. The Highcom Striker helmets, another level 4 helmet there. One is in black, one is in tan. Moving down here, then we have the DevTac Ronin Ballistics helmet, which is a class 2 armor that protects your entire head. But it is only class 2, so it's not really going to protect you from an awful lot of stuff. And unless you are incredibly rich, I don't think you want to be shelling out for the 363,000 ruble price point that this helmet is going to set you back. I'm not sure what we're going to do with this helmet. Maybe it'll be buffed. I don't know. But for the price tag that it's at, it is not worth the money spent. Moving on then, we have a new backpack, the Anna Tactical Beta 2 Battle Backpack. This is a very low profile backpack, about the same size as a Trizip, for 45,500 rubles. It's very expensive, but it is very low profile on your character. So if you enjoy sneaking around and being stealthy, this is the backpack for you. We also have the plate carrier here for sale for 133,000 rubles. And then once you get the Ragman task completed that this item is locked behind, I believe it's one of his last few tasks, you can buy the IOTV Gen 4 armor, but full protection with the crotch protection and the arm protection, along with the chest and stomach, for 113,000 rubles. I don't know if I stated before, but this is a class 5 armor, similar to Gazelle. So incredibly strong armor. I've been using these last couple of days. I got one as a quest reward and I got one off another player I killed. Very, very effective. This armor is incredibly strong. I feel like it's going to be the new meta instead of running forts. Now, so with all of that said and done on the new traders, I'm going to quickly run over the trader rebalances. The M1A price has been increased. The M4 price has been decreased. Barter scheme for the M4 has been changed to 3 CPUs and 3 CPU fans and moved to level 2 Peacekeeper. A barter has been added at level 2 Ragman for an Alton face shield for 4 plex, so make sure you're holding on to your plexiglasses. Added to level 2 Therapist, the Docs case. We spoke about that earlier. The Saiga 10-round Saiga mags are now for euros. Spoke about that earlier. IFACs at level 2 Therapist have been changed to 1 pack of sugar and 1 pack of sodium. 30-round Val mags, 5 pliers to 3 pliers. DVL mags have been moved to level 2 skier. Added the to level 2 mechanic, the 34mm Night Force scope, which can be traded for 2 propane tanks, which is nice. So you can get that DVL task done even earlier, get that nice quest XP to help you get to level 40. Vulcan Night Scope's been changed to the electric drill and the G-phone, was 1 Bitcoin before. One of the Bitcoin Glocks at mechanic now sell for cowboy hats. So there you go. Collect your cowboy hats if you're a fan of the Glocks. Then the shrimp mags and the shrimp trade have been added to level 3 Prapor. So that is all the barter changes up until the time that I have recorded this video. I am now going to move on to talk about the ammo. I am going to preface what I am about to say with a lot of the ammos that I use are because they work for me. If you have an ammo type that works for you, do not take what I say as gospel that you have to use these rounds and all other rounds are trash. I'm just putting it out there that these are the rounds that I use. I have looked at the ammo table and I have worked out that these are the best rounds to use currently. As of the release of that new ammo table, currently these are the best rounds to be using. So for your 545 for your AKs, BS, BT, and BP. BT is the round I prefer. The other 2 rounds are also incredibly good. I have just had the most success with BT rounds. Do with that information what you will. BS, BT, and BP are the 3 best 545 rounds. Hollow point rounds for flesh, as always. If you're going to be spraying for the legs, go for hollow point rounds. They're always going to be your best bet. For the 556, M995 is the king of armor pen. There is no other 556 round that is better at penning armor than M995. Hollow point rounds then for your flesh damage. If that's how you play, M856A1s are your best bet for a well-rounded ammo type. Moving on then to 762x39. Shock Horror BP is by far the best round to use. PS rounds are okay until you have access to BP. And then, of course, again, use hollow point rounds if you're a fan of those leg shots. Moving on to 762x51. The M62 is better than the M80. There is a bug in game right now. I don't know what causes it. I don't know why this happens. But it feels to me, and I've spoken to a couple of other streamers about this, M80 rounds do not feel like they're doing what they should be. M62 rounds at the moment are by far outperforming M80s as far as I'm concerned. whatever's going on the last couple of days, M80s seem to be doing a lot less damage than they should be. People are taking a lot longer to drop than they should. The M62 rounds are immediately putting people down. So if you have access to M62s, use them over M80s. Obviously then, once you get M61s unlocked, use M61s. Moving on then to the SV98 rounds. The 7N1 rounds have 76 damage, 45 penetration. The LPSGZH, 74 damage, 55 penetration. And then the S&B rounds, 65 damage, 62 penetration. If you are looking for the highest armor penning rounds, go for S&B. If you are looking for the better, more rounded option and best option, in my opinion, you're probably looking at the LPSGZH. I wouldn't bother using 7N1. There's no reason to. Either use LPSGZH or use S&B rounds. And then for 9x19, PSTGZH, most balanced round, Luger CCI rounds for flesh. Then if you're using 9x18, you want to go with SP7 rounds. So those are all the rounds I use the most. If I left anything out there, it's because I don't use them. I haven't got any experience with them. That's why I'm not going to bother commenting on them, because I don't have experience with those rounds. And I'd rather not just go off the information given to us on the ammo table to say this is the best for this when I haven't tested it myself. So yeah, that is everything. Hope you guys enjoyed seeing what the max level traders look like. Went over the trader bartering rebalancing and my picks for the best ammo types. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. Consider subscribing to the channel to be notified as to when we upload another video. Come check out my live streams at twitch.tv/tweak_gg. I play EFT pretty much primarily on my channel. I stream 6 days a week, UK Irish time, starting at 8 p.m. and then finishing at whatever time I'm too tired to keep carrying on. Other than that, leave me a comment if you guys want me to make a video about something. If you have any ideas for a video you'd like me to have a look at or investigate or something like that, leave me a comment. Let me know. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out, everybody.